welcome. Greetings, lovely Librans. Today, we're doing what I call like the water well reading, which is about the currents of love that we are kind of swimming in, what's coming in and what we're giving out. But it's a general. I thought it was a good time to do these readings for all signs, because I think it can be a very underrated thing to have a practice of self-forgiveness and self-compassion. I think it's underrated in the sense that the amazing nature of that is that it what seems to just naturally happen is that, of course, it is sort of propelled out there into your local sphere, into the local, into the family and people and friends and whoever you come into contact with, and that works on a global. Excuse me, I don't know, a little bit coughing. It goes out in a global sense as well. It's a huge force of action, self-forgiveness and compassion. So, but of course we're looking at love, the currents of, in our lives, and it comes in many forms. It comes under many different names, many different types, I should say. So let's crack into it, Libra. Today we'll be picking a card, or letting the cards jump out for the current situation, for the basis of that, for future developments or future potential, and then looking at general heart guidance for you. So let's get some cards. Let's get some cards. See if something jumps out. I better sit up a bit more so I'm not bending down all the time picking them up. Just one card for the beautiful Librans. Wow, that came out. We have the jumped out. We have the beautiful Queen, the Queen of Cups. If we're talking about currents and water and moving across the surface of the water, and which I think it was in the Pisces reading, actually, the Queen of Cups, in that sense, moving across the surface, feeling the movement. But I kind of get that maybe for Librans at the moment, very, very aware and very intuitively understanding of the emotional well-being of others around you, be they friends or family or just people in your sphere. Being very, very aware of that, like on a sensory level. So that's pretty amazing, Librans, the current situation. And of course, it's a position, I get this, a position of, I hate to bring power into it, but in some ways a position of power with the Queen of Cups, because she has the ability, I mean, it is a self-generating system as well, so there's a lot of there's sort of independence within that. So we are within and we're without, but not without. There's a independence within it, and I mention the word power for whatever reason, because she has the ability to be very illusionary as well. So people liken it to, I'm not saying this is, it's just what I'm getting, you know, to liken it to looking in a mirror, Librans, so that you just kind of, someone will just see what you, if you take on the Queen of Cups here in that way. Anyway, I'll keep shuffling. I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Really acutely aware on an emotional level at the moment of your own currents, of your own expansive nature, and centered around the heart. The basis of this beautiful Librans, I guess if we look at the basis of it, where it sort of come from, basis, there's a little bit of history involved, and basis of any given situation. So just, oops, excuse me. Wow, this is pretty amazing, Libra. Sorry, excuse me. The basis, we get the Queen of Swords, this beautiful Queen. One sword only, sword of truth, sword of clarity. A hard taskmaster in some ways, but it's all very clear. It's all very out there in the open, and we know where we are. Everyone knows where they stand in this. So we see the Queen, two queens. It's quite personality plus, isn't it? Two queens, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. You know, maybe we've had a I see like a soft spot. Maybe we've been, well, everyone's been hurt in the past. The Queen of Swords can be a little bit sharp. But anyway, current situation, it seems that even though you're in a power position with the Queen of Cups, there is a sensitivity. There is a sensitivity in it. But of course we need to what's the word? And we need to not be scared of our emotional nature, is simply that. And while we're ravishing on, the universe came out. We're looking at future, you know, as this is moving, sorry, I'm feeling a bit tongue-tied, moving towards the future, moving forward. We get the World card, the universe. So we're going, you know, what I love about this is this watery blue well itself, and and it's almost, it is a portal into another cycle, you see. It's really amazing. Into this watery blue pool, this new cycle. I think Librans, a new cycle of understanding yourself emotionally, actually. Let's see. Guidance from the heart. Some heart guidance for the beautiful Librans. We'll get 3 cards for this guidance. It's too many. Some guidance for beautiful Librans, please, for this queenage. this Queenage guidance. How wonderful. Heart guidance. I think this timing seems to be a thing at the moment, even when we're dealing with matters of the heart and our own love waters, you could say. And it's the card of timing. It's art. It's alchemy. Everything takes time. Sometimes there's a right timing. And this is one of those cards where you do say, well, I know it's all about cycles. It's all about timing. I know my emotional underbelly. That's what I'm feeling. Underbelly. But I also have the Queen of Swords. And I want them, it's a lot of, I think, balancing here, heading into the new cycle. And this is what's exactly happening in this card. And when the mix is right, we surge forth. We see ourselves surging, plunging into this pool, this portal, this completely new cycle. And it's a big one. That's what I get. It's a big one. So now we'll get a card from the journey map. And I feel slightly disorganized. I don't know why. And one from these little snippets of general guidance. So let's see what the journey map has for us here, where we see two sides of a coin, I think, is what I'm hearing. Lovely Librans. And we're in this cycle where we're kind of going right through the middle of the coin is this huge, big blue pool. And we're going to be seeing what's on the other side. Excuse me. Oh, we're going to be seeing what's on the other side in this new cycle that we're entering. This is interesting. That really jumped out too. We have the Enchanter. The Enchanter is that feeling of the potential to be swept away. We're walking in the bush, we're having a really great, the sun's out, and the sun's out, it's a beautiful day, there's, we start to, we're just feeling really good, like we've breathed in all this wonderful stuff, we're feeling really good, and then kind of look around and think, probably should start to head back, and then suddenly all the clouds, I'm not painting a gloomy picture, but suddenly all the clouds, the weather changes. We just got a little bit carried away, I think because of the sensitivity within the Queen at the moment, the ability to feel the ripples of everyone else's currents, we just need to be comfortable with feeling our own and not getting this crossover happening too much. This is what I just get. So it's pretty interesting. And of course there's allure and a level of what you would call glamour in this card, which I think you probably are embodying, Librans, anyway, when we start with the Queen. As I said, it's a very reflective card. So feel good about this, about you know, you're kind of really comfortable here, sitting in your own rhythm, in the process of entering a completely major and new cycle of life, of, you know, understanding matters of your own heart. It's pretty amazing. I mean, I overuse the word amazing. I know I'm always saying amazing, but it is. It is amazing. So we'll just shuffle these babies up. Oh, where are we? Got two things. Yeah, two things, two cards that came out. We've got Earth Love, Pleasure and Purpose. Have you found your seat of unique personal power? Well, I think you have in this reading, because I think this Queen is part of that. So have you found your own unique seat of power? And then we have clarity of thought. Connect to, sorry, some of the writing on here is quite small. There's a lovely tui just flew past. Beautiful birds. Do you understand the difference between mind chatter and listening to your higher mind? Connect to your star. So connect to your inner guidance. This is what is happening here. Clarity of thought. Certainly with the Queen, we're actually conjoining. What a combo. I mean, what an amazing, what an amazing combination, isn't it? I hope that was of interest, Librans. It may not have resonated with many people, but I get what I get at any given time. Excuse me. So we see this wonderful, you know, you're really amalgamating two quite different aspects of yourself in order to be able to really enter this whole new massive cycle. And it's timing, and it's not being too impatient or getting swept away or being diverted in this somehow by shiny objects. It's a beautiful read. Thank you, Librans. Thank you so much. And hopefully you join me for the Time and Tides reading, which is or will be around the 12th, 13th of January, new moon in Capricorn. So enjoy, beautiful Librans, and have a wonderful week. Thanks so much. Cheerio.